So a recent FCC filing is pointing towards a Nintendo Switch SNES controller along the lines of the NES controllers that are used for Nintendo Switch Online. This is a pretty big deal, and although we have seen patents like this in the past, so it's not as confirmed as everyone thinks, I do truly believe that SNES games will be coming to the Switch, and they will be coming next month in September. In fact, I'm confident enough to practically pinpoint the day they will be coming as September 18th, and why do I think this? Well, obviously we're gonna get into that in this video. So hey guys, it's Thomas from the Switch Stop, and welcome to this quick little news update and theory video combined together, discussing Nintendo Switch Online, the SNES games on Nintendo Switch Online that could potentially be coming, and why I do believe they are coming next month. Alright, so quickly to get into just the facts here, people have discovered a new FCC filing that really hints at Nintendo Switch Online SNES games. So obviously, just look at the image I have on screen right now. This Nintendo appears to be prepping a SNES wireless controller. And the NES wireless controllers on the Switch obviously came out alongside the NES titles on Switch Online, and there would be no real point to releasing an SNES controller for the Switch without SNES games online, so it seems obviously like that's something they're doing. On top of that, if you check the top of this little patent thing here, it has a little ridge thing here, which is suspiciously similar to the ridges on the side of the NES Online controllers, so that you can actually charge those controllers. That's just pure speculation on my part, but it looks very, very similar. So yeah, I do believe that this does signify SNES Online coming, but why do I think that this is coming next month? I mean, this patent could just be saying like, hey, we're going to make this at some point, so why do I think that this is coming next month? Well, some people have already discussed this, but mainly I think it is because September, and more specifically September 18th, is the 1-year anniversary of Nintendo Switch Online. Now, earlier when people would talk about the anniversary of Nintendo Switch Online, I was just like, okay, like, why does that really matter? I mean, it's not like Nintendo would just be like, hey, happy birthday Switch Online, we're gonna give you an entirely new service. Like, Nintendo has been basically neglecting Switch Online besides the, like, monthly NES games for a while. Recently they did those game trials things, which I guess is a step in the right direction, but still, it's not like Nintendo Switch Online is something that they're putting 110% effort into. I think we can all tell that. So why would they just give it SNES Online games now after a year? Well, it actually makes a lot of sense, because if you think about it, most people who bought into Switch Online bought the year's worth of Switch Online, and that is about to run out, obviously, because most people bought it right when it came out and it was required to play games online. So if Nintendo knows that, hey, a bunch of people just spent $20 and their year's subscription is almost up, then Nintendo's obviously going to want to retain the people who, and like make them sign up again, instead of just them dipping and not doing anything with their subscription. I mean, the president of Nintendo, Shintaro Furukawa, has stated this in multiple investor meetings. I think Miyamoto has too, and maybe Koizumi. Quite a few bigwigs at Nintendo have stated stuff like, oh, we're in the process of making the Nintendo Switch Online deal better for consumers, so we'll get more subscribers. And most people have taken that as just like talk to make the investors happy and stuff, and obviously that's probably true, but it still seems like they are working on something and they haven't released it yet, just because they have brought this up like so much, like, hey, we're working on enticing Nintendo Switch Online. So I do believe that it will be coming September, specifically because so many people subscribed right away and their year's worth of subscription is running out, so Nintendo's going to want to announce something big just to make sure everyone is still subscribed. On top of that, it does seem like we are going to get a Direct in September, because unlike the January Directs that seemingly happen not that often now, I mean, we didn't get one this year, we got a Direct Mini last year, Unlike that, we pretty much always get a September Direct. It just seems like a given that there will be a Direct this September, and that's obviously a perfect time to show SNES games online, because SNES games are going to appeal the most to Nintendo fans, not just the general population who owns a Switch, because obviously there's a heavy nostalgia factor there, and Nintendo fans want to replay these great games, while the general population might stick to more newer games, I guess, like Mario Maker 2 and whatnot. Obviously, a Nintendo Direct is the perfect way to show this off then, because everyone who's a Nintendo fan will either be watching or, like, at least keeping tabs on the Direct at some capacity, so it truly just makes sense. Anyway, yeah, that's why I think the Nintendo Switch Online is about to get a power-up in the form of a Switch, I don't know what you call it, like SNES controller add-on thing. Hopefully I'm right about this, and hopefully everyone who's theorizing about this is right, because I would love to get some SNES games. My most wanted, like, game sort of console on Switch Online is GameCube, and then that's followed by, like, Game Boy Advance, but SNES is definitely a step in the right direction, and at least shows that they will be adding in new consoles in general. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this video, and if you did, please smack that like button, just, you know, helps out the channel, obviously. Sorry, I haven't uploaded in like 3 weeks. I've just been away and bored because, like, there's not much to talk about. However, I got some cool videos in the works, so please stay tuned. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'm Thomas from the Switch Stop, signing off. Peace.